Hey everyone, welcome to Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 22, episode 3. My voice does not change, does it? It's the same thing at the beginning of every episode. Hey everyone. So, how is everyone? How has your week been? What's new with you? I'm in the living room coming to you from the corner over here. Oh, I had it so you could see that man up there too, my little summer guy. He actually does squish down, so I could push him down so you could see him more. And I'm wearing one of Steve's old shirts that the girls wanted to get rid of. So I thought I'd wear it for one day, and then, I don't know, should I make it into a pillow or should I just let it go and get rid of it? Let me know. I mean, a pillow, a cushion. How is everyone? I already asked that. So don't be surprised that my hair is wet. Obviously, we're 2 sleeps until we head to Canada, so lots to do. I was working out in the garden till last minute and then needed to shower. I'll put a before picture up after, because it's not that I had to shower, but my hair was like crazy looking and I thought I'd look more presentable for you guys. Well, and I was gardening, so yes, I needed to shower. But yeah, so part of my summer theme, even though it's not technically summer yet, but I have my summer stuff out, is camping. So that's what this little blanket is here. And I was going to check my sound. I even have my iPad ready. And wait, it doesn't say that I'm live. Did I press it? Yeah, I am live. Okay. I just need to refresh it, I think. Yeah, there. And then, yep, okay. Good. And then how do the arrow there for comments. Okay, and let me know if the internet is acting up as well, because I guess the girls decided after like a year or however long they want to play Fortnite again. So they're updating the Fortnite game, so it's taking a lot of the bandwidth. All right, so Purdy and Fig, the sprays that I was using. The only one thing I'll complain about, and it's not a big deal, is that they put their logo on the seam of the bottle. So where there's a seam here and a seam here, and instead of putting the logo there, the logo is right with the line in it. So that's weird. But Purdy and Fig, it smells good, and I've been doing it like a bit of a ritual. So as we talked about with my sister Tina, oh, you can see that it's dusty. I need to wash this cloth again. As we talked about with my sister Tina, if we waited until the room was clean to use this, then we would never use it. So I'm kind of doing it as a bit of a ritual, though still, when I clean off a side or something and I spray it and wipe it down, I'm just putting positive energy into it and thanking it for being in a room in my home that I love. And then the smell reminds me of that. I don't find that the scent lingers. I mean, I haven't gone back and smelt the sides with my nose right against it, but I haven't found that it lingers in the room. But then I might get nose blind to it because I've been using it. I'm not sure. So, but I know my house doesn't smell bad, I don't think. When I go out of the house and then come back in, I don't smell bad smell. So that's better than no smell. I mean, no smell is better than a bad smell. Anyways, I like it, and I like the ritual of it, and it cleans really well. So that I forgot to tell, like I said, I would tell you guys, update you guys on that. So, although we got it at a reduced price, which is why Steve bought it, because it was on sale. So I don't know if we would buy it when it's regular price. Something else that's really annoying is, I've told you guys this before about like inside my nose, on the inside, there's these 2 little slits that I get, like it splits sometimes, like just like a pinky nail size split, right? That happens there. And I have it on this side, and then it gets like, that's why you can see my nose is all red and sore, and it's hard to like, because then I keep dripping because of allergies and stuff. So I don't know if this is like a little bit of a infection in that little slit because of allergies, and then my nose is leaking, and then I got to be careful. And then if I rummage around in there too much, my nose bleeds, and it's just so, yeah, and it's painful. So that's annoying. But what else are we going to talk about today? Oh, my to-do list. I wanted to mark some things off of my to-do list that I got done today. And so I was talking to a friend, Melanie, about the to-do list. And one of the things that I like to do on my daily to-do list is not just write the things that I have to do that day. But if I did something like, I picked up okay, so when I go outside, especially in the back, well, only in the back because that's where the dog goes. The first thing I have to do is pick up the dog poo because, chances are I'll find it with my foot if I don't. So that's something that I didn't have on my list that I was going to do today, but I did do it today. So I like to write those things on my list too. Dog. Oops. I just wrote dog poo. Pick up in brackets and then cross it off. So then it shows you that you didn't do nothing that day. Even if your plans changed from what you had on your list, you still got stuff done that day. So mark down what you did do and cross it off because you know what? You've accomplished things. So start packing. Have not started really. This will be easier with my glasses, but they're wet because my hair. Okay. Oh, Melanie says hi. Hi, Melanie. Repot new herbs. Done. Yes. Clean pond filter. Not done. Clean axolotl filters. Not done. Vacuum office. Not done. Take photos of books. I did some yesterday, but not today. Rambling hour with Lisa. That is being done right now. Put extra suitcases in loft because I had brought a bunch down. So I just need to put the extra ones up that we're not taking. So I haven't done that. Bring down stuff for Canada in loft. That's stuff that I've bought for my family over the year. And usually I send it in a box of goodies, like a care package, but I'll just bring the stuff that I have. Bring down Father's Day stuff from loft. That's like a display so I can do the Father's Day stuff. If I don't get it done before we leave, that's fine. Get addresses for sending postcards from Canada. Why is my keyboard up on there? So I want to send some postcards from Canada to a few people, so I need to remember to bring the addresses with me. Finish painting nature journal. That's one of my from class that I haven't finished, but again, doesn't have to be done. Oh, put pop from car into garage. So I bought pop the other day, but if I can open the garage to put the pop in, then it's not that bad. I can open the garage, but if I can back my car up to the garage, open the door and take the pop out of my car and put it right into the garage, that makes it easier. But when Steve's parked there, I don't want to haul it further than I have to. So I've been waiting, but because I just bought it on Friday, he's been home. So now he's gone to cards. So after I'm done my live, I'll put the pop in the garage. So I'm not going to cross it off yet, but I do need to do that tonight. Do Tuesday's yoga today. So I only have to do the shred on Tuesday. So 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, I usually do yoga and then my shred workout. But on Tuesday morning, because we have to go to the airport and I want to do my workout, I thought that if something happens and I'm not, like, say on a Thursday, we go to a play and I didn't have time to do my workout. So instead of doing both, I might just do my regular workout and then save my yoga for the weekend because Saturday and Sunday I don't do yoga. So what I was going to do is do my yoga today. And then on Tuesday, I only have to do my shred and I'm still getting 5 days a week of the yoga. So then on Tuesday morning, get up, do my 25-minute workout and head to the airport. Because if I do this right, I can pack my suitcase tomorrow and it can be in the car and ready to go for Tuesday. Sorry, I just thought it because Steve said getting our son Owen to drive us to the airport. Then he said we should take my car because it fits everybody in the stuff. And that just reminds me then that I need to have my car empty of all the shopping bags and stuff. I just throw them in the office and the kids will have to deal with a messy office while I'm gone if they need anything in there. And then, make more chicken breasts. I did that today. I got more. I didn't get lots of herbs out of the garden. I just needed to get more time out of the garden. So I did that. But I got other stuff done in the garden too, and I'll write that on my to-do list after. Today will be day 43 of me working out in a row. So that's very exciting. And what we're going to talk about today, so same friend Melanie, she has, what is that? Okay. Well, I don't want that falling out. So in the back of this fat book, there's stuff that I want to use. Oh, no, you know what? I think I put it in each. Yeah, okay, so I'll be careful when I'm showing these. Okay, so My friend Melanie went to a shop a couple days ago and got some interesting buys, including this, one of my favorite decks, the Green Witch Oracle deck. And I told her that I love this deck. This is the one that I've told you guys before, if you're going to work with a deck, to like get to know it and make it your own. So this is the one that I've worked with the most, and actually sat down, looked at the card before I even read anything in the book. I looked at each card, and this was like a couple of years ago, and I've finished this part of it. I haven't finished the scrapbooking part. I'll explain it to you. So I just took them out in the order that they were in the box when I first got them. And yeah, so April 2024 is when I started the Green Witch Oracle. And first impressions before cleansing or anything, I'm sitting at the patio table outside the kitchen in the sunshine, 5:10 p.m. And then the first card that I pulled was Broom, and it said on it, energy clearing, freshening. And then I wrote what I felt when I looked at that card, what I was getting from that card. So like I said, before I even read anything in the book or anything, that is what, so I did that with every card, and it didn't happen all in one day, but like buds. So I don't, like each card I wrote down what I felt about it. Then I started scrapbooking to get to know those cards even more. I took this one, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. I have a shirt that says that too. And started making it my own. So the Green Witch Oracle it says, Embrace the Wisdom and Insight of Natural Magic by Erin Murphy Hiscock, author of The Green Witch. So I have a bunch of her books as well. And in here, I think I was just going in the order that I had the cards as well. So Broom was my first card. So what I was doing is scrapbooking on one page and then leaving this page for me to write the notes that I had written out there, but nicer, of what this card means to me, as well as I work with them. As I work with it more, I will get my own language. So like, say I pull the Broom card and it has what it means in the book, but maybe to me, a broom means, actually, well, I can read what I wrote, but right now I'm thinking a broom to me is taking care of your house. And, yeah, it just means, I like cleaning. So I like a clean space and everything else. And it feels like sweeping is one of the last things you do, because you clean top to bottom, left to right, and everything falls to the ground, and sweeping and then mopping are your last things that you would do. And it just like, it makes me think of cleansing and cleaning and, yeah. So anyways, but maybe a broom reminds me of my grandma, because, every time I was at her house, she was sweeping her kitchen or something like that. So if I was doing a reading for someone and I pulled the Broom card and it reminded me of my grandma, it might be relevant to them, because it might have to do with the message that is coming through, might have to do with their grandma. So you find your own spiritual dictionary of what things mean to you, symbols and everything else. So it's the same thing if you're getting something psychically. Like I said, if I see yellow roses in my mind. So my mom, yellow roses to her mean goodbye. I've told you guys this before, but I'll go over it again. But to me, but I think they can also mean friendship. But to me, yellow roses, I got them for my graduation because my parents like went to buy roses and the only ones left were yellow, and yellow is a happy color to me. So it makes me happy. And those yellow roses remind me of my graduation and happiness. So, and then like I said, friendship. So if I was like getting yellow roses in my mind, that's what it would remind me of. Whereas for my mom, if she had yellow roses, it would signify goodbye. So she, like, to her it's a negative, to me it's a positive. Melanie says, I love the scrapbooking for the deck. Such a good idea, and the deck is so pretty. I also love the concept of taking what you feel and learn the meanings for yourself as well. Well, that's what, I'm not going to take credit for that. That's what Steve and Jackie taught us of Feathers, is like, with anything that you use, it's good to use, like any deck that you use, a lot of times they don't even look at the book. They'll just use the cards alone and use their own interpretation and their intuition to do the reading, and not ever look at a book of a deck that they use. So when you first start working with cards, it's okay to use the book as a guide, but don't forget that you're the most important tool. So your intuition and what you're getting and feeling is the most important part. Even if you're reading for yourself, like that's a good way to practice, just reading for yourself. But when you pull that card, say you pull the broom and then a week later you're pulling every day, and then a week later you pull the broom again. Are you feeling the same things when you pulled the broom last week? Is there different feelings? And you write these things down. So 2 years ago I said broom, energy clearing, freshening is what the broom thing says. I wrote, I feel it in my solar plexus. So that's like your gut feeling, where your gut is. I see the spider, and that's on the card. There's a spider. Reminds me of home, abode, pride in one's dwelling. The witchiness of it reminds me, or makes me feel like I'm in the right place at the right time. Like I have come home to my true self. So that's what I wrote in there. So I'm going to show you this. I haven't finished this, like I said, so I'm going to show you the pages that I did do. And I'm not doing the pages in order. I'm just doing them in the order that I felt like doing them. Like I said, I put them in the book. Oh, no, I think I changed the order of them in the book a little bit. Some of them I don't remember if I put them. So broom, but I did write on the page. If I didn't do the scrapbook page for it yet, let me find one. So in this, you see, I wrote buds and seeds, so that will be my scrapbook side. And the things that I have that my fingers are holding are some of the things that I might use on that page that I've saved from the internet and printed off that I don't want falling out while I'm showing you guys. So broom and mortar and pestle. And even the, like that says I'm a 2-piece set, that is from clothing that I saved the tag and used on this page. I love scrapbooking anyways, and then it gives me more time to work with the card and see what I feel. Cup of tea. I don't know why I'm pausing. Well, I guess for you to look at it, but altar. It says on here, what I love is near at hand, and sacred space. This is one of my favorites. This is the hearth, and why I love this one so much is because that's my actual fireplace, just the front of it. Not the back one, but this is our fireplace, but our fireplace is gas and it's not connected. But I did this. Hang on. Which way does it open? Oh, I was opening it the wrong way. Oh my gosh, it's hard to do this with one hand. There. So it opens, and here it says, home is where one starts from. T.S. Eliot. And then dwell in possibility, Emily Dickens. And then home with the key. But yeah, I like that. I used my own fireplace and then put these things on top of it. That is one of my favorites. And then this is what I'm talking about. How can people not have printers? Because I just printed that off with the printer at home. Oh, this one is Potion. And it's another one that I did where it opens like it's 2 pieces of paper. So that one opens and you see all the craziness on there. And then a bunch that I didn't do yet. Rain. And it's nice to use up some of my old stickers. Those raindrops stickers I've had for so many years. And I finally use them. Watering can. Preserve. So we're going to do a card pull from this deck today too. pine. I think that's pine, right? Pine tree oil. There's beauty and simplicity. Adventure awaits you. Oh, pine tree. That's what it is. Pine tree. And it's funny because these pages that I made, they could be almost like a deck of their own. This is, I think it's the worm. I try to have titles on them, but this doesn't have a title on it. But I think it's either worm or earthworm. So again, most of that is like stuff that I printed off the internet. And it was a choice too to put them on the like left side so I can do my writing on the right side. Lavender. Chamomile. And this border is actually from like some advertisement. I think it was for yogurt, and this too, like put nature first. I think it was from a yogurt, and I made a frame like this that opens, which again is not my idea. I found it online. And here, this was from the yogurt thing too, and I just left the words that were relevant to chamomile. We are passionate, working for years, free range, the health of our soil, wildlife thriving in their natural habitats. And this little piece is actually a little certificate that says chamomile from one of my scrapbooking things. These bees and these little daisies are from this flyer as well. That's called junk journaling, when you use stuff like that would otherwise be junk. Moon. Woo! Almost dropped the whole book, and some things did fall out the back, but moon. I haven't like scrapbooked in a long time. This is like the last thing I was really working on, really, so it's been a couple of years. And is there any more? Oh, there's just one page at the back, and it's not one of the cards, but it's just something I copied online. Like as I was, this too. This isn't for this. This is just, okay, ideas that I see for scrapbooking and stuff. So is this upside down? This is what fell out. So this is like 3 pages. So then you open that page and it has these, and you open that page and this is the back one, and I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's just cool how you can do that with framing things. And as I see things online, I try to mimic them or copy them. And this one says, you are an extension of the universe itself. And mine came out quite similar to the one that I saw online. So, and that is all that I have in this book so far. I saw something about when you scrapbook in how your books get like this with junk journaling. And I'm going to look into it more about how to do it with books so that you don't, like, if it doesn't come apart here, so it's like flatter and everything. I don't know. But I'm new to junk journaling, so I've only done scrapbook pages really before this. I've never done it in a book. Okay, so let's do a card pull, and I will read to you from what I wrote of the card, and then I'll read the book, what the book says. Can you guys believe it's 2 sleeps until Canada? So like I said, like packing tomorrow, and I do have pretty much everything done that needs to be done. I just need to take some more photos of books. That's so that I don't have to take books with me. I can listen to them. And yes, I can listen to Audible and stuff like that, but I also want to like read/listen to the books that I already own. That's yummy. Pop. What was I doing? Oh, I was just around the corner, I'm gonna grab that stand that holds the cards. When I wear headphones, they're noise canceling headphones that I wear most of the time. So I don't hear that I shuffle my feet in my slippers. So it's weird when I don't have my headphones on and I walk, I can hear, I shuffle my feet a lot. So we're going to do a 3 cards pull, past, present, future. I have explained this to you guys before, but if you haven't heard me, then let's start with telling you guys about a deck. So you buy your first deck. You don't know what to do with it, where to start. First of all, you can imagine a little tap on it, turn on the tap, and you're draining all the energy out of these cards. Anybody who's touched them at the shop, anybody who has touched them in manufacturing or anything else like that, or even if you've let friends look at them or whatever. So you get them, you hold them, you imagine a little tap, all the energy is draining out. Now you're taking energy from the universe, putting it back in, and now these will be filled with your energy and universal energy. Now it's up to you when you're doing a reading if you want the person you're reading for to be able to touch them or not. Some people don't let anybody touch their cards. But if somebody picks up your cards and starts looking at them and you would rather them not touch them, but they did, then just picture that again. Just clear the energy and then put energy from the universe back into them. We are all made of energy. So there's the booklet that comes with it. And then I haven't even looked at these cards for quite a while. Maybe these ones are the ones I'll bring to Canada with me. I think I have brought them to Canada before. So, I know I have because I think I did a reading for my friend Rachel, and I can't remember who else I read for when I was in Canada. So if you have a new deck, you can, well, they're new to you, so you don't know what order they're in, but you can shuffle them if you want. Hi, Mom. My mom says, hi, Lisa. So I'm going to shuffle them. I know you can't see me shuffling them, but... And I like to shuffle at least twice, only because I tend to bend them. So if I shuffle one more time, then I can bend them the opposite way. So take them like this. Took me a long time to learn to shuffle cards. My grandma lived with us, and she played cards lots. And she had a stroke, so she couldn't shuffle very well. So she had a machine that shuffled. But my parents played cards too and stuff, and I wanted to learn how to shuffle. Before then, I would just do it like this, and you can, I mean, that works as well. But especially with cards that are really big like this, it's hard sometimes to hold them in your little girl hands, your little hobbit hands. So you can take off the top, you can cut, you can let the person you're reading for cut them. If you can do anything you want when you're reading for yourself as well. Spread them out. Remember I told you guys last week or the week before that I read it, I was listening to a thing where they said to just, again, practicing your intuition and feeling where you're drawn to. So I'm going to take that one. Where's our thing? Okay, that'll be our past. Can you, hang on, I'm going to tip you down a little bit. Oh, I know, I'll set it over here. I don't want you to see the card. Set it here. There, so you can see that? Yeah, I'll move my pop this way. Set this way. Past, okay, and then where I'm feeling, Mom says getting closer. Yep, Mommy, 2 sleeps. It'll be a long day for us on Tuesday, but we'll be by the time we get to Mom's house, it'll be time to go to sleep. Okay, so this is our present card. Oh, and then when you're doing a reading, it's nice for the person that you're reading for or for yourself to have something in mind that you want answered from the cards. So I'm going to take this one as our future, and I'm going to do this reading based on my traveling and leaving in 2 days and the journey and yada, yada. So what I want from you guys, while I set these back in the box, is to think about what's going on in your life right now, or something that you've been mulling over or want a little bit more clarification on. And it's weird, me and Melanie were talking about this too, how a reading can be the same cards, but it can be relevant for so many people. This is how horoscopes work too, because people say, like, how can you know what's going to happen for me and blah, blah, blah. It's not, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but the universe also leads you to what you need when you need it. So maybe you don't read your horoscope every day, but the day that you do read it is a day that that message is going to be relevant to you. Another thing you can do with a card pull is if you pull a card in the morning and then see what you feel or what that card means to you or what the book says, write it down or make a note of it, and then go on with your day. And at the end of the day, see how relevant all of that was to your day and see if it was. All right, let's get on with the card pull. So like I said, for me, it's going to be about the journey and traveling and Canada and past trips, future trips, I guess, because we're doing the past, present, future. The other way that you can read cards, even if you do a 3-card spread, is that this is your main card, this is your main answer, and then these just piggyback on top of that one, giving you even more clarification. But we're going to just stick with the past, present, future. All right. Oh, I don't want to look at them all right now. Okay, so our first one is lavender. Now, what I like about these cards too, again, I'm going over this deck because Melanie's watching and she bought this deck and she'd like to know more about it as well. I mean, I don't know lots about it, but I've worked with it a bit. But they are a green witch deck. So a green witch is someone who works with plants and tends to garden and have a green thumb and herbs and that kind of stuff. That's more of a green witch. But what I like about these cards is that they have more than just the lavender in them. So this one has crystals in it, and I'll put on my glasses and see if I can identify the crystals. But the crystals might be, even if the intended person, like Aaron Murphy Hiscock, meant them to be something, they might be something else to a person when they need them to. Like, I don't know if that is, what's it called again now? My brain just shut off. A wand of selenite. And you can see there's a little heart charm here and a little bow. That's so sweet. And then that might be just amethyst. I'm not sure, but it has ripples on it. And then this is a blue stone, so I'm not sure what that is. So, yeah. The thing is, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at how the lavender makes a heart. So what stands out to you about this card? The fact that the lavender, like both sides are matchy-matchy. Let's see what I said about this card 2 years ago and how relevant it is to this reading right now. This is the past. So for me, this is about past travels and whatever. Like, I'm going to Canada, so about my family, I guess, and everything else. So what was this? Lavender. I don't know what order they're in this one because this is just my writings. And I was using up an old journal, an old notebook. And yet so relevant because it has these things in it. And actually, I remember now when I did reading for my friend Rachel and everything else, I did this too. I used the book, what I wrote about it and with the, but again, I don't know what order they're in here. Okay, I just need to go through, sorry guys. Like, it might just be quicker for me to, oh, lavender, I found it. Okay. So, tranquility, kindness, and self-care. Does it say that on here? Oh, yeah, it does. I'm sorry, underneath the lavender, it says tranquility, kindness, and self-care. And then I wrote, oh, I absolutely love the gems buried in the dirt. Reminds me of Samantha Fay of the psychic teachers talking about putting certain stones in with certain plants. Or when she found one in the dirt and wanted to keep it, she either lost it or it crumbled, making her realize some stones aren't meant for our natural. Some stones are meant for our natural companions, plants, animals, fairies, not for us to take. I imagine the warm, gentle scent of lavender in a bath or on a pillow, relaxing. I remember a few years ago where I made little lavender bundles tied with garden twine, but didn't know what to do with them. I still have them in the garage. I just love this card. All the gifts this plant, oh yeah, it does say planet. I was like, why am I saying planet? All the gifts this planet Earth and nature have to offer us. From deep down, roots, dirt, stone, jewels, all the way up to the stems, flowers, and even the scent into the air, all the way up to heaven. Yes, lavender, heavenly, but like it connects all realms or layers. Boy, do I ramble, hey? What is this? And that's it. All realms or layers. So when I actually do my book here with lavender, I won't just have all those ramblings. I'll keep this. I'm not going to get rid of this, but I will talk more about the fact that how, like, I'll just, whatever. So not everything is meant for us. You know, like humans want to believe that, oh, give me everything that's pretty I should have, but maybe I should bury the stones in with the plants if that's going to help them, right? What do we do for each other or for our plants, animals, fairies, any entities? So relaxing, self-care, that's on the card. It says, lavender bundles tied in the garden twine, but didn't know what to do with them. Okay, all the gifts this planet, Earth, and nature have to offer us. From deep down, roots, dirt, stone, jewels, all the way up to stems, flowers, and even the scent into the air, all the way up to heaven. So that was what I was talking about with the Purdy and Fig, cleaning my house, just being thankful for not just the spray and tidying and cleaning the things that I love, that I own, but the room itself for being my home and making me feel good while I'm in it and everything else. So yeah, I like this card. However, what it has to do with my journey, I don't know. Let's go to the book. So again, because this is for the past. And then you can think about how relevant this is to your, my interpretation is a bit too rambly right now. When I write it better, just the key points of what it means to me, it would be easier to decipher, like the book might be. So, what am I doing? Lavender. Steve made chili. Even though we're going away, he made chili and bolognese to put in the freezer for the kids or for when we get back if they don't eat it. Oh, these are in alphabetical order. No, they're not. They're not in alphabetical order. Do the cards have numbers? Nope. They don't have numbers either. All right. Lavender, second page. Okay. Oh, and they have prompts as well. I do love the prompts. Okay. So lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. And I like the book. This book specifically, not all of them are like this, but this one actually has a color copy of the card in it. So that's pretty cool. Lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. Card meaning. Lavender is a popular green witchcraft herb, often associated with peace, tranquility, rest, and relaxation. Its stress-relieving properties make it the perfect herb to use in various self-care applications, such as in a bath or essential oil. Take a moment to consider whether you've been kind enough to yourself lately. The lavender card is a great reminder to take stock of how you treat yourself. Remember that kindness comes in many forms. You may have been critical of yourself or your body lately. Maybe you have been driving yourself too hard without eating or sleeping properly. Take a moment for yourself to restore your equilibrium. This is a great time to re-examine your life to see what changes you could make to facilitate less stress in general. Reflection. What area of your life needs kindness right now? So for me, I'm taking away with this when it talks about stress relieving and then rest and relaxation. And so for me, the past, as this being the past card, is that in the past, going to Canada, even though I don't like being off the ground, so in the plane and stuff, it still is, once you're in your seat on the plane, it is the start of your holiday and the relaxation. And even though some holidays can be really busy because you want to see things, do things, see people, and so it's busy that way, it still needs to be embraced and celebrated and everything else. So I do believe that in my past trips, especially to home, to Canada, have been like rest and relaxation and a rejuvenating of my soul. So that makes more sense to me. And again, if it doesn't make sense to you right away, go through your day and reflect on it later. See if it's relevant to your day later. So I'm going to put that in its place on this post. Oh, I guess I can leave them all over here. I leaned back on my hair and I couldn't turn my head. Okay, having a sip of pop. That is so yummy. It's because it's like, I didn't want the bottles that I said that are in my car that I need to put in the fridge. I brought a few in, but they're not cold enough. So for me to have pop, I opened two cans and put the cans in there. That's why it's like so fresh and yummy. All right, so our present, the present moment. I'm 2 days away from going to Canada. I haven't even looked at it. It's upside down. Hearth. This is my anxiety right now too. Like, I know I will enjoy my trip. I do know that. But the hearth already, what does it remind me of? The home, the heart of the home, the comfort of your own home. Like, it is, even when I was in the garden, I am going to Canada. I'm not going to let anything stop me. And even if all my plants die, it'll still be worth going and seeing my family and friends. But there is this anxiety. Anxiety can be positive and negative, and I have both. I have the anxiety of and excitement of seeing everybody in that, but I have the negative anxiety about leaving my comfort zone, my home, and everything else. So my present, this is what I'm getting from this card without even looking at what I wrote or what the book says. To me, this hearth is the heart of the home, and this is my present. So I know this has to do with my anxiety about leaving home. That home can be, home is where the heart is. So I need to take that with me, right? This is a great home, and so is my mom's home in Canada. There, you can have home anywhere that you lay your head. So let's see what I wrote and what the card says. But yes, this is definitely my present moment, is me thinking a lot about what home means and where my home is and having to leave this beautiful place. Oh, drinking pop, got the belches. Okay, hearth. Safety, comfort, spiritual connection. So what did I write in my ramblings? Hearth. There's some great cards in here. Mushroom, moth, like harvest. I can't wait to finish scrapbooking all these when I get back here after my visit to Canada. Well, actually probably more in the autumn and stuff. I might work on this, or on rainy days, because I got a lot of gardening to do when I get back. They got them, see, winter, autumn, spring, and summer as well, the seasons in here. Sorry. No order to my chaos. Soil, fruit, buds, leaves, trunk, roots, seeds, carnelian, that's a type of stone, rosemary. Oh my gosh, all right. I could have at least put them in alphabetical order. Look at me. So silly. And the bee, I even sketched a little bee when I wrote my stuff. I'm finding it. Just bear with me. I'm not doing this just to pass time away in the rambling hour. Hearth, I found it. Okay, all right. You look at the card, see what you get from it while I read my ramblings, and then I'll read what the book says, okay? And this is the present card, so whatever situation you're reflecting on right now. Oh, that's what I wrote. Heart of the home. Oh, I also wrote on here like what day and time it was. So I wrote this at 5:18 p.m. recording thunderstorm on voice notes on my iPhone. What? Oh, so okay, so there was a thunderstorm going on, I guess, and I was recording it on my phone at the time that I was writing this. Heart of the home. Is it a surprise that hearth is spelled heart, just with an extra H? Not all homes have fireplaces now, but we still have a central point that offers comfort, warmth, and a place to gather. So to me, hearth is the heart, the place that we join together. We laugh, we cry, we eat, we sit, alone in contemplation, sometimes, but still feeling the residual energy of all those gatherings. A place of comfort and love, of literal warmth and warmth of the heart, connectedness, family, friends who are like family. Divinity, a place to connect to your spirituality, whatever that may be. Not only the harnessing of fire, but to have such magic and power inside of one's home. Blessings and gratitude, a place to do work from the heat, the light, the warmth, or a place to relax and rest. And I wrote cooking, crafts, or chores, a place to display family photos, ornaments, or charms. I guess can be like an altar or even a shrine. Power, respect, the power and strength, the beating heart. So that's crazy because, oh, a dandelion root. Mom, there might be dandelion in there. I can't remember, but Mom's saying that because I want to eat dandelions when I get to her place. But how relevant is that? That is, I mean, this is the present, and 2 days I still consider that the present. And whether I'm at this place or my mom's house, which I'm going to be at, that is the heart. That is the place of the gatherings and everything else and the family and friends. So I find that really relevant for me. All right. Oh, the book. I think, Mom, I think one of the cards is dandelion. Now oak tree, pine tree, preserve, walking stick, seed, sickle, or maybe I have it in a different set that has, I don't remember. I have a lot to do, don't I? In my scrapbooking. Okay, what was I doing? Distracting me. Oh, hearth. Oh, there, I just passed it. Hearth. I'll hold the card up for you again. Oh, look it, there's our broom. Okay, hearth, safety, comfort, spiritual connection. Card meaning, the hearth is the spiritual heart of your home, symbolizing the presence of spirit. A physical hearth provides light, warmth, and a way to prepare nourishment. The spiritual hearth represents the spiritual nature of the home, the essence of what makes it a place of rest, rejuvenation, and comfort. The location of the spiritual hearth is unimportant, as is whatever you might use or recognize as its physical representation. It may be a feeling, meditation, a blanket. Hearth also symbolizes connection with those you consider family, as well as spirit. This card suggests that you look at those relationships and do what is necessary to reinforce them. Renew your connection to your hearth to keep the communication with spirit in your home vibrant. Reflection. In what way does your connection to spirit need attention? Well, I'm rejuvenating, aren't I? I'm going to visit with friends and family, and I will rejuvenate my spirit on the quiet moments, like on the plane or, you know, in those. So, and connecting to my mom, my siblings, is connecting to my ancestors as well. This is our future card. And so future is, I would say, in the next few weeks while I'm in Canada, as well as when I get back to here after my trip and everything else. This is for me though, for the reading. As I've said to you in the past, so as I've said to you guys before, when you're doing a 3-card reading with the past, present, and future, the future is never set in stone. It can change, but it is just a prediction of what may happen if you stay on the path that you're on, which in my case, I am staying on the path I'm on. I am going to Canada in 2 days, and we will see what my future may hold. All right, the future is buds. I took off my glasses again because I don't like seeing the glare of the ring light on my glasses. Buds, new beginnings, expansion. So that makes sense, right? New beginning, like for my trip there's going to be new things happening. And then when I come back, right? I will be a different person when I come back because of the experiences that I'll have in those 3 weeks while I'm there. My book first, what I said, you know, all my lives aren't going to be card readings, but I thought this, like I talked to Melanie about it, and because she bought that deck, I said, oh, maybe I'll talk about it because I had done so much work with the scrapbooking and stuff like that. It gave me a chance to show you guys my scrapbooking as well as how I have used these cards and worked with these cards. And as you can see, my writing is nothing special. It's just scribbling in a book, like crossing things out. It's not important how your journal looks. It's more important that you get it down. I forgot to look at the titles while I'm flipping pages. What am I doing? Buds. So, okay. Here we go again. Buds, found it. New beginnings, expansion. 5:30 p.m. I wrote this, whatever day. It would be like the few that were ahead of it. I would write the day and then, okay. Anyways, I'll show you guys the cards while I read what I wrote 2 years ago. New life, anticipation, patience, wonder, excitement, cute and exciting. So many different shapes and sizes, but all waiting to burst forth with new abundance. Whether it's a bud for leaves, branches, flowers, all are exciting and show new growth. It shows health, good health, and strength. I just feel positive anxiety, otherwise known as excitement or a positive energy. Are you ready for what is about to unfold? Anticipation and spectacular wonder. Faith and belief in something magnificent around the corner. So I said that's based on the future is even the 3 weeks that I'm in Canada and then when I get back. So how exciting. And that was my interpretation of this card the first time I was working with it, looking at it. And that reading is relevant to me today, 2 years later, using it in a reading for myself. So book, and buds. I'm looking forward to eating Steve's chili when I'm done my workouts. And I need to, my phone is dying. Okay. Give me a second. What are we at? Okay, we are almost at the hour. So buds. And then we'll do I didn't realize this took up the whole hour, guys, but at least I'm 2 days away from going to Canada and I'm still doing my live. Okay, buds, we're here. Buds. Buds like buddies. Okay, bud. All right, bud. Okay. My friend Melanie, who I've been talking to recently, like lots, she lives in Ontario, in Canada. Okay, buds, new beginnings, expansion, card meaning. A bud is one of the earliest visual confirmations that the seed you planted is hard at work. Whether a budding leaf or bloom, it's proof that your endeavor is in motion. So far, so good. Buds are tender, delicate things, however, which still need close attention and care. Extreme weather can damage them, as can neglect. The buds card shows that you can interpret the success of this first stage as a positive sign, but don't assume the buds can handle the next stages on their own. Buds represent the first checkpoint in a project. Things are expanding, but not complete. Continue to tend and encourage them. As without buds, there can be no fruit. Have confidence. The success of your first stage promises that you can achieve your goal. Reflection. Are there things in your life that you've left unfinished or abandoned? How can you help complete them? Well, I guess there's probably things when I go to Canada that fall into that category. And there'll be things when I get back, obviously, literally in my garden that I've left unfinished. So that is relevant. All right. So I believe we did question 8 last week. For those of you who don't know, loving my life. You know, putting these positive things into your life does make things. I remember when I used to never smile growing up and things like this would be really annoying. And now I'm one of those annoying people who maybe doesn't smile all the time, but tries to be positive because I suffer from depression. I need to find positivity where I can. And having things that even just say loving my life. And when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. These things are happy, positive, and yellow, and you know, add these things to your life because they don't have to be on display if it doesn't match your decor, but seeing them, even reading that positive message is going to make you happy. Oh, so anyways, loving my life. This is my death plans. I planned my funeral since I was a wee child. because who else would know what I want better than me? And so I've always been into death positive stuff, talking about death and planning for the inevitable, and just keeping that conversation open, because we're all going to have to experience it. And the more we talk about it, the less awkward it is when it happens to us. And also the more we're able to ask for help or talk to each other about things when we have to go through loss and grief and stuff like that. So, yes. So question 8 was our question last week. If you want a copy of all the questions, let me know. We only have like 34 so far, but, question 9 is for this week. So you can get a piece of paper or have a book that you're going to write your stuff in. Because if you don't write this down or have it somewhere for your family to know, then how will they know if and when you pass away? Even if it's when you're 100. Sorry, my belches are coming back. Whether cremation or burial, what would you like to be wearing? Even if you're not doing cremation or burial, well, whatever, however, you know what I mean. So what would you like to be wearing if they're going to choose your clothes for you? Think about what outfit you would prefer to wear and note where you tend to store said clothing. That is actually a good question, because some people won't give it once they're gone. They won't care what they look like or who does what or anything else. But some people, if you believe in all that afterlife spiritual stuff and everything else, and they're at their funeral and be like, oh my gosh, he put me in that. And yeah, so that ugly dress that was in my closet that I, kept because I got it from a friend, but I hated it, so I never wore it. And they're burying me in that. So that's a good, I even remember the dress. We have pictures of my grandma alive in the dress that my mom chose for her to be buried in. And she might even have suggested that that's the one she wanted. And it's a lovely dress. So it's a lovely memory of her in the coffin with her dress. But yeah, it's important to think about these things that we don't think about. So that's your question for this week. I should be able to do my live next Sunday from Canada, from my mom's or wherever I am. All right. So if I don't see you next Sunday, I'll see you sooner than later, but I will try to be with you guys next Sunday. It'll just be from Canada. All right. Have a great week. I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in now or later. And yeah, I still got lots to do. All right. I love you guys. Don't be afraid to get a deck of Oracle cards or something to play with. And you know what? You can even buy decks of cards that are daily affirmations. So really, it's just a positive message. Like I said, like my books that say this or this, right? Daily affirmations. Just get a deck like that and pull a card each day. And yeah. All right. I love you guys. Have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Mom says bye, Lisa. Bye.